Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It is I, Mitt, once again. In a little while, I know. But, yes, I've took a break and had a lot of thinking to do. So, thought I would come back and actually do a quick video about a topic I've wanted to discuss for a long time now. And also, this will be available in an audio format over on SoundCloud, where I do my regular array of podcasts. I say regular, it's been a little while since I actually uploaded any podcast of any caliber, but I'm going to try and keep updating these as much as I can over the next year, because I'm currently going to be documenting a bit of a struggle that I'm having, if I'm being honest with you, and something that I want to actually overcome this next year. That's right, 2024, I'm coming for you. Somewhat, we'll see. But yes, I've wanted to talk a little bit a while about this now. But yes, today we're going to be talking about OCD. Yes, the big OCD. I'm sure many people have done videos on this topic many times, their own personal struggles, their own personal kind of battles with this dreaded mental illness. And honestly, it took me till recently to really understand the kind of impact that this OCD has had on my life and how it affects everything that I do. And honestly, I'm getting to that point now where I'm really tired about it, and I just want to open up a bit more about this problem, because I think the one thing that I've done incorrectly with dealing with OCD is just bottling all up and trying to ignore it and trying to maybe see if I can combat it on my own, and I'm realizing now that it's not working anymore, you know? I'm realizing that I can't do this without help. So yes, today we're going to have a little discussion about this. And we're going to see if we can just get it out there and try and raise awareness a little bit. But yes, OCD. What is OCD? OCD is, to be blunt, a fucking abhorrent, disgusting mental illness that just affects your mind in the most stupidest ways possible, honestly. So OCD is the cycle, and I say the cycle, I mean the vicious cycle of intrusive thoughts that never go away unless you try to take a ritualistic approach to quell them for a temporary amount of time. And this is the thing that I don't think a lot of people really kind of get out there, is that using rituals as a treating coping mechanism for OCD is only really kind of making the problem go away temporarily until the next fucking ritual wants to appear and the next intrusive thought hits you, you know? And this is what I've been dealing with for the past 7 years now, actually. And it's tough. It's really, really tough, and it drains you mentally. And I have a pretty high kind of mentally draining job, which is in retail. And right now, I wouldn't say it's in the best position that it could be. But coupling that with just everything else and the fucking weight that this OCD has on my life, it's become apparent that it's not something that you can just beat by taking this temporary ritualistic approach to dealing with these thoughts, you know? I've tried many times to beat this, and it fails quite miserably, and I wonder, what the fuck am I going to do? What the hell can I do to make this better, and how do I improve this? You know, I think the worst instance of OCD that I've probably ever had in my life was going back when I was a kid, and I first sort of started getting into this mindset of like hand washing and all that, and kind of finding that everything was contaminated, or like, as my brain said, contaminated. And that to me was just like, it was life changing, it was life altering. You know, I couldn't look at things the same way anymore. I couldn't look at my gaming equipment the same way anymore. I couldn't just sit there and shut off in the way that I could back in the day, you know. Now it's like I look at things a lot differently, and I see a lot of obstacles that prevent me from getting to that point where I can just sit down and shut my brain off for those few hours. And it's important to shut your brain off. You know, it's incredibly important to shut your brain off and to kind of get into that position where you can just relax and get away from this mental illness. And that's what makes OCD so goddamn irritating and hard to deal with, is you can't just switch your brain off. You know, you have to deal with this thing every single hour of every single day. And it's hard, you know, it's really annoying. I've found recently that gaming has been incredibly difficult for me because I feel like there's like 50 different obstacles that I have to deal with. My most recent hardship was actually being stuck in an endless loop of just trying to find a game that I could get into and installing several different games and spending hours upon hours of a day downloading different games and trying to find that one that clicked. And it was awful trying to manage that, the hard drive space of my system at the time. And it got so bad that I had to actually not use it anymore. And that's evil, that OCD made me lose that kind of drive and that passion. But inevitably, it was having that impact on my life, and I had to step away from it for the better because, you know, it's no good trying to feed into something that is never going to work. But I think this is the thing that makes OCD so hard to open up about, and that is, it sounds ridiculous. These thoughts sound ridiculous. What I just said probably sounds absolutely ridiculous to many people, you know? It sounds downright insane, you know? Like, who the fuck obsesses over downloading games and having them in a certain order on your fucking system and then worrying if they're not in that certain order that everything's not going to play correctly? You're not going to be able to enjoy it. You're just going to be consumed with that one endless thought and how it affects your experience, you know? And it's not just that, all right? It ain't just that. It's everything else. Like, changing a fucking certain part of your day and trying to adapt it to something new. Trying to get better at, like, leaving the house to go to work. Simple tasks like this that to some people probably seem so menial and so nothing that you can just sit there and kind of, you know, you can do that in probably a heartbeat. I can't do that without spending like 20 minutes to half an hour fucking sitting there and trying to freaking get out the damn door to go to work and do my job. There's been many times where I've almost been late for work because I just cannot leave the house because I'm obsessed that I didn't lock the damn door correctly when I fucking got out. And that'll plague me all day. I remember an instance where I actually left my back door unlocked because I was just so like bundled up with everything. And all I had all day was this one thought that someone was going to break into my house. I got back and obviously, thankfully, nothing happened. But still, it was that one thought that consumed me all day. And, you know, I realized then that I have a pretty serious problem that's not going to go away unless I try to find some sort of solution to dealing with it. I know a lot of people have said that, you know, trying to kind of deal with it on their own has helped them, and that they try to rationalize these thoughts and realize that actually maybe they aren't so logical after all. You know, I've tried that approach, and whilst it does work for a little bit, it comes back in full force, probably 10 times worse. I don't really recommend trying to do that approach. It's pretty rough and can lead to some bad outcomes and some probably even worse intrusive thoughts than the one you had originally. You know, it's not fun. It's the worst. But yeah, it's not good. It is not good at all. I sit here and I struggle to even talk about it sometimes because what may sound ridiculous to most people, to me it's like the be-all and the end-all of existence, you know? And I just wish that I could turn off from that, and I wish that I could find a way to get better. But recently I opened up about it. I actually, you know, cracked one day and told my close friendship group that I am actually dealing with something that's pretty messed up and is having a massive negative impact on how I am as a person. And surprisingly, to my surprise, I got met with a lot of love and support because it's not so ridiculous, this OCD. It's not so ridiculous. It's a very, very real thing, and it's fucking people up all the time. It's fucking people up. So please don't sit there and think to yourself that you're an idiot. You know, you are not an idiot. You're a person. You have feelings. You have emotions. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be free of this disgusting thing that is ruling your life. Actually, upcoming in the new year, I'm planning on actually seeking out help for this OCD and seeking out different therapy kind of routes and trying to maybe find some things that can make me better. And honestly, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what the future could hold if I actually have the confidence to open up more about this and get out there and get some help. Because that's what it comes down to. Don't be ashamed that you may need to ask for extra help with this. Don't feel like you're a bad person for, you know, needing that push and needing to open up to people. People aren't going to laugh at you. Not as much as you think they would. Those that laugh at you are an idiot and they're not your friend. So do not keep people like that around. I've been in that position many times where I've had friends that look at me, you know, negatively because of like things like this. And are like, well, you're overreacting. You need to chill the fuck out. You need to kind of stop thinking about it so much. And I'm like, dude, I can. You know? It's not as easy as just switching this fucking thing off. It affects you every single day of your life and you can't get free of it. You know? So no, anyone that tells you to just get over this on your own or that you're overreacting is not your friend. They have no idea what the fuck this is. And I think this is another thing with OCD that's so problematic. It's that no one really anyone that doesn't have it doesn't really understand what the fuck's going on, and they don't really understand what you're dealing with, you know? And that's not necessarily their fault, by the way. It's just that they don't know what it is. They're not versed in what this mental illness is, you know? And a lot of people have a lot of things going on in their life. It's not necessarily that they mean anything ill intentioned by this. But it is a case that, you know, sometimes it isn't best to open up to those that don't understand what it is you're going through. Speak to a professional, you know, get the help that you deserve, and don't leave yourself suffer in silence anymore, you know? At the end of the day, you know, you get one shot at this damn thing called life. You get one shot at it, and I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and allow this to beat me and to allow this to make me weak. You're never weak for needing help at the end of the day. But yeah, what does the new year hold for me? Well, I'm going to sort my fucking brain out. I'm going to get myself sorted. I'm going to get myself checked because I think it's important to. But if you are also someone that's going through this, don't feel like you're an idiot, please. Talk to someone. Get some help. Talk to your family. Open up to them and just be real with them that you can't deal with this on your own anymore. People will listen to you if you are serious enough about what you're talking about. OCD is a very, very complicated thing, and you know, this isn't just OCD. This could be any sort of mental illness that you're dealing with, anything that is making it hard for you to get by every day. That's enough that you need to get help for this, and you need to open up to somebody. So please do not be someone that is don't be shut off is what I'm trying to say. It's very hard for me to talk sometimes, but don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone. Call up a hotline if you need to. Whatever works. Don't be ashamed of needing that extra push. If it's any consolation, I am also here for you, stranger, if I don't know you. I get the pain that you're going through. I get the struggle of it, and you know, it's not something to be ashamed of. But yes, the future for me. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to get back in a deep dive. I'm going to start doing my deep dive podcast again. Like I mentioned earlier, this will also be going out in an audio format. So if you're interested in listening to it in pure audio format without the Cook Serve Forever gameplay, although the Cook Serve Forever gameplay is incredible. This game is extremely therapeutic. I recommend it if you are going through some stuff. Seriously, it's in early access right now and it's cheap. Go get it. But yes, if you want the audio format link to this, I will be leaving it in the description below. I will also be leaving a link in the description below of the playlist that you are currently listening to right now of lo-fi music. Non-copyright, so you can use this stuff on your videos and it will not affect any sort of copyright claim in any way. But yes, the moral is, get help for this. Do not suffer in silence. There are people out there that care about you. I care about you, even if I don't know you. But yes, thank you very much for listening. If you listened to this whole weird slog of a talk about this OCD, and thank you very much for being so supportive. I'd be nowhere without my friendship group, my current friendship group. They've been amazing to me, and they've allowed me to be me for the longest time. And you know, those that are still here, you're an OG, and I appreciate you so fucking much. So, thank you. I love you. And I hope you have an amazing new year. Christmas is all gone now, and I hope you had an amazing Christmas. I hope you got everything that you wanted. And I will see you, lovely people, in the new year, where hopefully I can come back to this topic and give you a bit more hope and, you know, passion to get this sorted and to actually seek out any sort of help yourself if you're dealing with this. Don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone. Have a great one, guys, and see you in 2024. Take care. Bye-bye now.